بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. I ask Allah Ta'ala to grant us a sincere intention to increase our knowledge and to admit us to paradise without prior torture. This hadith was narrated by Al-Bukhari. It was mentioned in Sahih Al-Bukhari. So he narrated that the Prophet ﷺ was in a session talking to the companions, giving a lesson. And while the Prophet ﷺ was talking, there were many in the session. Then three men came. One of the men saw an empty spot, so he went and sat there. The second one sat right where the last seating in the session was. And the third person, the third man, he turned and left. He did not sit in the session where the Prophet ﷺ was speaking. Instead, he turned and left. Now, this hadith shows us that when a person comes to a session of knowledge, one should not do as some people do, which is that they look and then they leave. Rather, when you find a session of knowledge given by people of Ahlus Sunnah, trustworthy people, you ought to enter and listen. So, because in this session, the session of knowledge, there are angels present, and one ought to enter and attend. So we should not say, oh, I already know a lot, or I know more than this teacher. Rather, one should enter with a sincere intention. And if you find a space in the front for you to sit, you go and sit there without harming the ones who are already seated. Or else you sit where the end of the session is. The Prophet ﷺ, when these three men came, the Prophet ﷺ said what means, do I tell you about three people? The first one entered and saw an opening and went and sat there. Allah rewarded him. As to the second one, he left out crowding, meaning jamming people, out of shyness from the Prophet. So Allah recompensed him by granting him mercy and not punishing him. Remember, the second person sat where the last place was of the session, but he attended and he sat. He did not want to, crowd or push or harm anyone who is seated. So he just sat where the end of the session was. So the Prophet ﷺ said that Allah Ta'ala rewarded him by granting him mercy and not punishing him. As to the third one, and this is the one who left out attending the session of the Prophet ﷺ, Allah Ta'ala did not accept his behavior. SubhanAllah, can you imagine a session where the Prophet والسلام, was speaking and this person turned and left? So when we hear this, we are encouraged to attend the circles of knowledge and to know how much these sessions entail of reward. So the person who comes to such a session, he ought not to turn away and leave or think that he knows better, he knows the information, or he knows more than the teacher. By this, he loses on attending the session of knowledge and he loses on gaining reward. However, if the person attends with a sincere intention, he gains reward. And if he also attends to make the attendance of a session of Ahlus Sunnah more, since by his attendance, he encourages others to attend as well. Because many times, if people see that there are many attendees, they might become encouraged to attend as well. Whereas if they see that in this place there are not many people, they might leave and they might go to another place where there are people who are ignorant about Islam, who are sitting there and teaching, claiming to be teaching about Islam, but in reality they are ignorant. But he joins them because there are many who are attending. So if the person then attends with a sincere intention and also with the intention to increase the attendees of this session, so to encourage others to attend as well, then he is also rewarded for that as well. He gets more reward because of this second intention as well.